the Golf is the perfect car. In Bulgaria we have a saying, if you don't have a Golf, you don't have anything.
Yeah. You've done your second lap of Nordschleife.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
You've done really good.
Мислиш си, че знаеш какво е скорост, докато не влезеш в Нюрбургрин. Всеки метър те изпитва, физически и психически. Бориш се с асфалта, с страха и понякога с твоето его. Но тук, в този момент, се ражда нещо в теб. Няма симулатори, няма игри. Това е истината. Това е моторспорт. От месеци се готвя за този ден. Симулатори, визуализация, тренировки. Всичко водеше до тук, към тази писта. Всеки завой е различен. Няма време за отпускане, няма време за грешка. Писта, която наказва арогантността и награждава подготовката. Когато минеш през карусела, когато сърцето ти бие в ритъма на оборотите, разбираш, че си жив.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Zeb.
I'm Martin.
I'm your instructor for today.
Okay.
So Martin, is it your first time on track today?
Yes.
Lovely.
First time.
Martin, where are you from?
Bulgaria.
Oh, lovely.
And you?
I'm from here, I'm living nearby.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah, two more important things to talk about before we start. Touristenfahrten is still a public road, so it's important to keep in mind we are just allowed to overtake on the left.
Okay.
And we have to make space for other people to pass us, like we go to the right and so they are able to pass us if someone fast is approaching to us. But don't get crazy about it, take your time, and it's quite important, even if you recognize another car in the mirror, keep your line and don't get crazy about it, because sometimes people just stay focused to the mirror and forget about their self-driving and they end up in the grass or something. So don't get crazy about it. As soon as you recognize someone fast is approaching, try to just, for example, stay on the right, but focus on your own line, so on your own driving. But don't get crazy about it, I will help you with that. And also I will try my best to make sure you enjoy the lap to the fullest, that you are safe out there, because it's always important to be a safe driver first and get a little bit used to the track before you're gonna start finding the last seconds and pushing it too much. It's first more like get used to the track. I will also try to guide you around a little bit by voice, but if you don't hear me, I will do, for example, like this. It means you could go a little bit more to the left, or if I do like this, you could go more to the right. If I do like this, it means you should brake, and if I do like this, it means you should brake really, really hard.
Emergency brake,
Yeah. So you've got experience of the Nordschleife on simulator then?
Yes, I drive only there. It's my favorite track.
Lovely. All right, then we're good to go if you like.
Suspension is really good. And the handling is perfect.
Yeah, it's a lovely car. It's got also really capable brakes. But those brakes take one or two harder brakes to get warmed up and being really capable.
So, yes, these are endless brakes.
Yeah, exactly. In my opinion, they are the most capable brake pads on the market.
Very nice cars.
Yeah, there are a lot of nice cars here.
Many Porsches.
You would believe everybody would drive a Porsche if you look around here.
I really wanted to drive a Porsche, but I decided for my first time not to go so fast.
It's a good decision to do so. It takes some time to get used to the track, and
but next time maybe, or BMW M2 next time, and the third time with the Porsche.
Yeah.
Now on the right.
Exactly. And then you can decide which barrier you like to take. A little bit lower? Lower? Yeah? On the grey part there. Hold that for you, July. Thank you very much.
Wow,
there will be a lot of traffic today.
Yes, I booked at 8:30 because I expected it would be very calm and quiet, but no,
it's still calm for today. Around lunchtime it gets crazy on track.
Yeah. It is now summer and many tourists from, especially from Great Britain, Spain, Italy.
Exactly.
I think I'm very calm for now.
To be honest, even if you feel quite excited and so on, it's completely usual. If I remember my first lap back then, I was crazy when I arrived at Siberia. So it's the same with all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay, okay.
After we pass here, we're good to go.
Okay, we have to accelerate.
Yeah. You can go flat out if you like.
Yeah.
Make sure to feel comfortable.
Okay.
Easy on brakes.
Oh, Porsche. Wow.
You're really good.
Really a beast, a BMW.
Yeah. You can go a little bit faster if you like.
Okay.
Stay to the left here.
They are under.
Well done.
Overtaking me. Yeah.
And then follow that guy in front of you. It's a sharp turn here.
He's overtaking me.
Yeah, it's
Volkswagen.
Alright. Then try to follow that Passat in front of us.
The ideal line.
Yes, perfect.
From here.
Yeah. Go a little bit more to the inside here.
Yeah.
And take the speed out with you.
Yeah.
Lovely. Keep your speed.
Yes,
That's all right.
Many cars are overtaking me.
Yeah, it's crazy today, but you're doing good. It's always a good approach to do it like you do it, to take it easy on the first laps and so on. It's
Just
this is how we do it. I would say.
the grip, the track, the everything.
Yeah.
Wow. It's very similar to our simulators on Red Zone.
Yeah.
Perfect. GT4.
Yeah, it's a lovely car. You can take the speed.
Yes, but these guys are very experienced here.
Yeah.
Wow. Suzuki. They know what they're doing.
It's up to training out here. It's like you need 500 to 600 laps to get really used to that track.
Yeah.
But that's alright.
And you can tell me the name of the turns.
Yeah.
We are going now to Flug.
Exactly. This is Quiddelbacher Höhe, also called Flugplatz.
Yeah, Flugplatz. Yeah.
Yeah, take that speed with you.
Here.
You don't need to brake here.
Here.
Keep that speed and make the next two corners one corner.
Yes, he's over.
So we're approaching Flugplatz now.
Yeah.
Take that speed with you. And then we're going in the direction of Schwedenkreuz.
Schwedenkreuz, yeah.
So we're getting on a small jump here. This jump is called Schwedenkreuz.
But very fast.
More to the inside if you like. The next corner is called Aremberg.
Aremberg, yeah. BMW. But this Golf stands perfect on the road. It is very stable, very...
It's got really good tires, good brakes, suspension. Now we're entering the so-called Fuchsröhre,
Yeah.
also a really bumpy part of the track, but you're doing really good with your line.
Yeah. Brake after this turn.
You can, this is Fuchsröhre still, you can go flat out like you did here.
No. Brake. Goes, yeah. BMWs, many.
Yeah, those cars are crazy fast. So we are now entering the so-called Adenauer Forest.
Yeah. This is very tricky.
Exactly. It's really technical.
S-turn. Yes. I had many failures here on the simulator before I learned it.
It's the same with me. I often was like, oh, I was in the grass already.
Yeah.
So the next corner is called Metzgersfeld.
Yeah.
Also a fast corner, you're approaching really from the outside, getting to the inside.
Outside, yes.
Yeah.
I made it wrong.
And then you stay out here again.
Here.
And brake pretty late. And have a late turn in here. Lovely.
BMW behind me. And
The next corner is called Kallenhardt. In the dry it's a really lovely corner. In the wet it gets really slippery here.
yeah.
Oh, he's pushing really his Nissan.
Yeah.
Crazy guy. The next three corners are called miss, hit, miss. After the left corner, you stay out a little bit more to the left here.
More to the left, okay. Oh yeah.
So it's a miss. Then you go to that curb here, it's a hit. Lovely. And then you don't hit that curb again.
Yeah.
That is why it's called miss, hit, miss. So out, in, out, I would say it. Now we're entering Wehrsalfen. So you can go flat out if you like here. It's a quite fast approach here.
Yeah. Braking here.
No, you don't need to brake. Keep that speed.
Okay, and now brake.
Later, 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 later. And brake. Turn in. Lovely.
Perfect.
Well done.
Oh, yesterday I watched here. This is next to the Lidl in Adenau.
Exactly.
Wow, I was here yesterday. Oh.
Exactly. I don't know if you have ever heard about Niki Lauda,
Yes,
the famous
yes.
race driver. He had his serious accident here.
Bergwerk.
Yeah, exactly. So his accident was here, and Bergwerk is like 100 meters ago there. Go a little bit more to the left.
Left.
Not braking, not braking, not braking.
Not braking.
Soft braking here,
Soft,
and
soft,
take the
soft.
speed with you again.
Soft.
And hard on gas if you like.
Yeah.
So you can push the car pretty hard here. You're doing really good with traffic.
Yeah. I'm calm.
And you can increase the speed a little bit if you like.
Okay.
I tell you if you need to brake.
Okay.
No need to brake at all. Takes the corner.
Here.
It's a fast corner. Really good.
Yeah.
Keep the speed again. You don't need to brake. You don't need to brake for that corner as well. Keep that
Okay.
speed. And you can increase the speed a little bit if you like.
Okay. Porsche, very fast
Yeah.
Porsche.
Let him pass. Alright. Keep your speed, keep your speed, keep your
Okay,
speed.
okay.
Well done.
And sharp right now.
Yeah, exactly. But try to stay out a little bit to the left here.
Okay, left.
Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out.
Out.
And the sharp turn in now. Lovely. And get on throttle again. And push it if you like.
Is this the carousel?
Exactly.
Wow, this is very, very.
It's a lovely place.
Yeah.
You can go to the inside if you like. Drive in now. Yeah, lovely.
Wow.
Go a little bit faster if you like.
Okay. This is different from the simulator.
Yeah. Well done. So get a little bit to the inside here. Increase speed a bit. And now we have to watch out. There's a yellow flag.
Yeah.
And follow the guy in front of us.
Accident.
Yeah. Or maybe in someone with technical problems or something. For this corner here, it's important to always keep on the inside, because in every weather, this outside of the corner is slippery here. So this is called Hohe 8. It's the highest part of the whole track.
Yeah.
Here is Hedwigshöhe, and now after this turn we enter the so-called Wippermann. It's really famous, and if you like you can take the inside curb there.
Inside here.
Yeah, so go to that curb here, and to that curb here again as well. Oh, the yellow flag is done, so they only cleared up the mess. So we're good to go again. Keep that speed, keep it, keep it, keep it.
Okay.
It feels crazy, I know, but keep it.
Wow, Porsche, yeah. Porsche.
Now we're in Eschbach. And getting now into the famous Brünnchen, or also called YouTube corner.
Yeah, I also was on Brünnchen yesterday.
Ah, lovely. So, keep your speed if you feel comfortable.
Okay. Porsche again.
Yeah, a lot of Porsche today.
Wow.
And flat out if you like. Lovely.
This is also very technical left corner.
Yeah.
I had many troubles
Turn in now.
Simulator.
Yeah. Try to get around that curb here.
Yeah.
Lovely. And increase your speed a bit. Stay out a little bit longer and make it a nice sharp line around here.
Sharp.
And now we're entering Flansgarten with the famous jump.
Flansgarten, yes.
Yeah. Keep that speed, keep that speed, keep that speed, keep that speed, keep that speed. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it? Keep it, keep it. Now we can increase the speed a little bit. Go to the inside here.
Okay.
It's a blind spot now, but trust in me.
Okay.
Go a little bit to the left.
To the left.
And flat out. And keep that speed down here.
Wow.
Really good. A little bit to the right.
To the right.
And now straight. Straight.
Yeah.
It's a blind spot as well, but trust in me. And now you can go a little bit more to the left here.
To the left.
Exactly. And keep the speed, keep the speed, keep the speed. Stay with the speed.
Left, right.
And a little bit on the brakes. And lovely. And more to the inside here.
Yeah,
well done. Really good. And if you like, you can increase the speed a bit.
Yes, but they were overtaking me.
You do really good.
Now this is the something like also carousel.
Yeah. It's a small carousel.
Small.
And now you can increase the speed a little bit if you like. Stay to the left here.
Okay.
Before we're entering the so-called Galgkopf. Stay out a little bit more longer here.
Okay.
And a late turn in after the pole here. Do a late turn in.
Brake or?
No, you don't need to brake.
Okay.
And you can go back on throttle if you like. Then you keep the speed out. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations, you've done your first lap of Nordschleife.
Thank you. It was
Congratulations.
very, very exciting. Now we release the pedals, the gas, everything. Or?
Sorry?
We release the pedals or?
Yeah, you can leave it a little bit like this so the car can do cool down.
Cool down, okay.
And do we do 2 laps together?
Yes, we have 2 laps.
Okay, perfect. So then you can go to the left barrier there.
To the left?
Yeah.
Without gas, without...
Oh yeah, you're doing good. So, I really enjoyed your first lap. You've done really good.
Yeah, thank you.
If you like, I can also try to tell you whenever you need to brake. So we can increase the speed a little bit, but you've done a really good first lap at all.
Thank you. What do you think was my lap time?
Around 11 minutes, I would say, or 10 minutes 30, something like this.
I felt it like it was 8 minutes.
I don't think we was that fast, but it's completely fine to take your first laps a little bit easier, because we don't want a car that is destroyed. We don't want people to get injured.
Yes, and of course, safety first. Exactly,
and you increase lap by lap and by lap. There's a reason why it's called the most difficult track on the world.
Yes.
And you feel comfortable with the car, don't you?
Perfect, perfect.
Lovely, lovely. Yeah, I really feel really comfortable sitting to you, so you really know what you're doing. That doesn't happen with every customer, so...
Wow, thank you.
It's my pleasure to drive with you.
Same for me.
Lovely. So you need to open your window again, and it's the same like down there.
So I have to bring very close to the machine because there are no people here.
Yeah, exactly. Try to get as near as possible. Then you put it on the grey part there. Lovely.
Perfect.
Thank you very much
for the assist.
Then we need to go to the right here.
Yeah.
And get in the queue.
Here on the right. Here
on the right, exactly.
Okay.
Watch out.
Okay. Watch out.
And
when you turn, I can't see it because of the.
Now we are good to go.
No.
Yep. Lovely. We're good to go again.
Okay.
The next corner is called Tiergartensenke.
Huh?
It's a flat out corner, so you can push the car whatever you like. The car is capable of doing so.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Perfect.
Now called Hohenrhein-Schikane. Go a little bit more to the left here. Lovely.
Left.
To the inside again.
And Golf is on the overtake. He's overtaking.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Lovely.
Now here.
Stay out, stay out, stay out.
The ideal line is
exactly.
Here.
Lovely.
I think this is the ideal line.
Yeah, you've done really good.
Now here, like that.
Yeah.
Just a little braking.
No brake, no brake, no brake. Try to get out here to the maximum. A little bit more outside. No braking, no braking. And inside again. And on speed again. Really good.
This is a formal.
Oh, it's crazy.
Wow. Wow. Porsche.
Yeah.
And another, I can't. This is a Toyota and
McLaren.
This is a McLaren.
Go a little bit more to the inside here. No braking, no braking, no braking. To the inside again, no brakes at all.
No brakes. Okay, okay, okay.
Lovely. And to the inside again.
No braking?
No braking. And to the curb here.
No braking?
No braking.
Wow.
Inside. No braking. No braking. And on throttle again.
Throttle, okay. No, he's overtaking me.
Yeah. Try to follow that guy in the blue car a little bit.
New life,
Yeah.
the best company.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then out if you like.
But Skoda is overtaking me.
It's alright.
Okay, it's very bumpy.
That's the crazy part of the track.
Wow.
So you don't need to brake. Don't brake. Don't brake. Don't brake.
Okay, no brake.
Turn in here. Lovely. And keep that speed. No braking.
No
Keep
braking.
the speed. And flat out if you like. No braking here. No
No
braking.
Okay.
No braking here as well.
BMW very fast.
Oh yeah, it's really fast. And easy on the brakes here.
Brakes, brakes, brakes.
More to the inside.
The second top is easier for me.
Yeah, you do really good.
Here it is Arenberg.
More to the inside.
Arenberg is that or?
Yeah, Arenberg. Exactly. Now we're going to the Fuchsröhre. A little bit more to the left.
Here.
Try to stay on the left.
On the left, okay.
Yeah, on the left, on the left, on the left.
Okay.
Lovely.
Very fast Porsche, very
Yeah.
fast. Wow.
Crazy guy. And you don't need to brake here.
Okay.
Go to the inside.
BMW very,
Yeah,
very,
it's
very
alright.
fast.
So easy on the brakes here. Stay inside.
Another BMW.
Yeah. And follow the BMW here. Stay out a little bit longer. And to the inside. Lovely. No braking here.
Braking. And
Hard on throttle again.
gas.
So you don't need to brake here.
Okay.
No, 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 no.
No.
No. Easy on the brakes here. And they turn in. Lovely.
Wow.
He was pushing like crazy.
This is a good driving.
So you don't need to brake. Lovely.
Here, without braking?
Without braking,
Very
keep the
sweaty.
speed. Keep the
Okay.
speed. Lovely.
Wow.
Lovely.
That was insane. Now braking.
No braking, go to the inside. So miss it, miss. Stay out, stay out, stay out without
Here,
braking.
without.
Go to the inside here. Lovely. And to the outside again. Perfect. This is how we do it. So now we're entering Wehrseifen.
Now braking.
Easy on brakes here.
Easy, easy.
Yeah, inside. Stay out, stay out, stay out, and in.
Now,
Inside again.
I think there are cars behind me very fast.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah, a lot of traffic. And push it if you like.
Here braking.
No braking at all. Go to the inside. Try to keep the speed without braking
Okay.
and on gas. Stay on gas, stay on gas, stay on
Okay.
gas. No braking here. No braking. To the inside. To the inside, to the inside.
And
Late braking here a little bit. Stay out, stay out. Oh,
BMW behind. Yes.
you've done really good. Back on gas again.
Another Porsche behind me.
Yeah.
2 Porsches. Wow.
Crazy.
3. Wow.
Get on gas again, and no need to brake here at all. No braking here.
Okay. Fast red car behind me.
So no braking for the next corner. And on gas if you like.
Okay.
No braking.
Okay.
You're doing really good.
Yeah.
So no braking here as well.
Okay.
Keep that speed. Go to the inside.
Side.
This is how we do it. A fast BMW from behind.
Yeah, I
Pretty
saw
good.
it.
And follow him. No braking here, no braking, no braking.
Okay, fast Audi behind me.
Yeah, no braking. Keep your line. And he can pass
Yes,
here.
overtaking, yeah.
Lovely. Try to stay out here to the left.
Brakes.
No brakes here, no
No.
brakes, no brakes.
No.
And sharp turn in.
Sharp.
And back on throttle again. Or back on gas.
Carousel.
Yeah, famous carousel. Now to the inside, lovely. Lovely.
I think this is my favorite turn now.
Get next to that curb here.
Okay, next.
And late turn in now to the left.
Lane.
Keep that speed. Keep the speed, keep the speed,
Okay,
keep the
here.
speed. Sharp turn in now.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh. Crazy day today.
Wow.
You can go a little bit faster if you like.
Okay. But he's, yeah.
Here. Ah, okay. So there something. We need to go to the left now.
To the left?
Yeah. And make sure, yeah, it's alright. You can go by 40 or 50. You're doing fine.
To pass or?
Yeah, you can pass here.
Okay.
You don't need to be that slow. So they're picking up the broken car there.
Oh.
And after that we're good to go again.
Okay, after this we go again.
And now we can go back to racing. Try to get on the curb here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no brakes here at all.
No brakes?
No brakes. Keep that speed. Keep it, keep it, keep it. Keep it. Lovely. Make it a nice line here.
Yeah. Here, just a little brakes. Porsche.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do the ideal run because of the Porsche.
Yeah. Go more to the
And
left.
Mini.
Yeah, a fast Mini.
Another Porsche.
Yeah. Well done.
Here without brakes.
Without brakes, keep that speed. Go more to the inside. More. And make it a nice line here.
Yeah.
No braking here as well. Try to stay maximum to the left.
Brakes.
No brakes. Keep that speed, keep that speed. Lovely. Keep it. Keep it. Keep the speed. Now on gas.
Pflanzgarten next. Or?
It was Pflanzgarten. Now it's so-called
Without
runoff
brakes.
S here. Without brakes. Stay to the left.
Yeah.
stay to the left, lovely. And back on gas again. And late on the brakes here.
Late on the brakes. Yeah.
Lovely. To the inside. Now we're entering Schwalbenschwanz. Stay on the inside here.
But BMW.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, overtaking, so I can't.
Yeah, that's alright.
Inside.
Yeah, you're doing really
outside.
good. Now try to get to the left before we're entering Galgenkopf.
Okay. Without brakes.
Keep the speed, keep the speed. Lovely.
Wow, Porsche.
Yeah.
Porsche. Yeah.
Well done.
And
Keep that speed, keep that speed. Keep that speed. And flat out again. And we're back on Döttinger Höhe, and you've done your second lap of Nordschleife.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
You've done really good.
Next time better.
Yeah, but it was a really good base to start with, so
Yes, I agree.
I recognize you've got a good feeling for a car, how it handles, how to brake, and a proper base for a race driver now.
The Golf is the perfect car. In Bulgaria we have a saying, if you don't have a Golf, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
And I also have a big experience with the Golf 7 especially,
Ah, okay.
as a work car.
Ah,
From my
okay.
previous job.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic car.
Yeah.
Ausfahrt.
Exactly. And then we go straight down here. Yeah, so it was a real pleasure to drive around here with you.
Same for me. Thank you for the couching, for everything.
Lovely. Welcome.
And now I'm running my YouTube account about cars.
Yeah.
It is here. It is called SM Autos.
Ah, okay. Need to follow it later.
Yeah. I'm on the beginning in my YouTube career, but I will bring it to the top this brand.
Yeah. So what is your YouTube called?
SM
SM, yeah.
dot
Yeah.
Autos
Yeah.
24.
I have a review on Golf 7. of course.
Okay.
Yes, this is my
okay.
channel. This is the review.
Yeah. Then I will
Yes,
follow you.
Abonirайте, yeah. Thank you
Lovely.
very much.
Thank you. All right. Thanks again. It was my pleasure.
Same for me.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday here.
Thank you very much and see you next time.
So thanks again.
The pleasure was mine.
All right. Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye bye. Oh, it was great.
Ами толкова. За първи две обиколки мисля, че бях добре. На Нюрбургрин, разбираш, борбата е с теб самия. Всеки завой е ново изпитание, но само когато ги минеш, се доближаваш до най-добрата си версия. Това беше моето първо каране тук, но не и последното.